Tuesday.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name's Amy. I'm so glad to have you. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing an Oracle of the Day. This is going to be what or who's haunting you. We're going to find out a little bit about what's going on with that. Why am I doing this reading? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I had a weird dream last night, okay? And I've been feeling this energy within the collective for a while. And some of you guys, your psychic abilities are waking up. And with that, many times we become aware of spirits around us. Also, subconscious energies, subconscious blocks come forward, I guess is the word, not about, but forward. And because of that, many times, we will have weird dreams. Also, consciousness is expanding, okay? Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal private readings and sessions. All that information will be down in my description box below. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. Okay, you guys. So, let's find out what or who is haunting you. Okay. I'm not reading reversals. I don't need to. This is a haunted house tarot deck. Okay. All right. So here we got. I'm feeling an energy. I read these kind of like an oracle deck. Okay. I feel this energy of running. Usually when we run, we're running away because of fear. We have the full moon. It looks like a full moon covered by clouds here, and there is looks like a mansion far off in the distance. Okay, tell me more about what's going on. What's haunting us? What are we running away from? What are we running away from? Okay. Okay, so I'm feeling like this is like a relationship that didn't work. Okay, I'm hearing like it literally has done me in. This could be a job, it could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing. Some of you guys are really afraid. There's a lot of fear here with the woman running away. And for some of you, this is you take what resonates here. Okay, for some of you guys, you're running away from a relationship that you actually want. It's like self-sabotage here. I think some of you guys are haunted by your past behavior, past relationships, and it's like you're having a hard time moving forward. Okay. All right, this is good. Then we have the 8. I'm feeling this, the 8 of Swords. Yeah. And see, for me, these feel like these swords and these stones here, I feel like it feels like gravestones. Yeah, I feel like you've had, and this almost feels like the 10 of Swords to me. Like, well, it's an 8 of Swords, so it is almost, right? It's like you can't see your way out of this. For some of you guys, this is work or a relationship or a person. For some of you guys, you're literally being haunted by someone you cut off. You ran away from, or they ran away from you, okay? And for some of you, it was running away with intention to run away, and not running away out of fear, but cutting a boundary, okay? But for some reason, you're in your head about it. Their energy is lingering. And for some of you guys, you need to get rid of the things that hold their energy. You need to put them in a box. I always tell people to put it in a box, put in some salt with it, smudge it, not necessarily with sage. I feel like dragon's blood would work better, something like that. Whatever feels right to you, okay? For some of you guys, there is issues you need to work through to move this energy out of your life. But for some of you, this person is thinking about you. Okay, this could be an old boss. It could be the person that you cut off. It could be an ex or something like that, okay? And if they come towards you, if this person talks to you, remember why you cut them off, okay? Remember why you left the job. Remember why you're moving on. And I feel like for some of you at work, they kind of feel this energy from you of leaving, just so you know. I'm just telling you, not for all of you, but oops, I don't read reversals. I'm not reading reversals today, or with this reading. They feel it. I feel like you've energetically left, so you need to be aware of that, especially if you need the job. So you need to be present. A lot of times before we leave a job, before we leave a relationship, we feel the end of it, especially when you have gifts and abilities, okay? All right. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. All right, what I'm getting here that this is the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is energy of like, I see, I understand, I remember. And it's interesting because we have this white energy going through this dark angel's hand here over a city. I feel like this is a situation, this represents a person, a situation, whatever this is to you. And I'm feeling, even though this is like a Knight of Swords, it feels like judgment. You need to remember the stuff that happened, okay, and why you are no longer in contact, why you no longer are at the job, why you are no longer doing what you were doing, okay? Because there's something better for you coming. There's a person, place, or thing. Many times when we cut off people, and I feel like for a lot of you, this is like heartbreak. This is someone that you would have carried throughout life, okay? But sometimes when we lose big energy or make big cuts in our life, we go no contact, or we leave a job and go on to another job, that kind of thing. It's because there's something better for you. Whatever was no longer aligns. And I'm going to tell you, it's rare that something comes back to you after you let it go and the same pattern doesn't repeat. Okay, there has to be major change. Now, if you've made major change and this is a situation that you want to get back into and you are aware of the changes you made and you feel good about it, then that's different. But if you go back or allow someone to come forward again and it's been a negative experience and you're still working through it, and even if you're not working through it, your intuition, this is like an exercise in your intuition, tells you no, hold your boundary. Because there will be a temptation if you re-enter that, for you to re-enter that destructive pattern. Okay, because some of these patterns, some of this energy is very heavy. They're very deep connections, very powerful connections. Okay, for some of you, it means you knew them a long time. Could be family, friends. This could be a job you worked at a long time. It's different for different people. But it feels like it was a hard thing to get to. The breakup, the cutting off, whatever, the fight, whatever this was difficult. And so it's being called to your attention because now many of you are aware of the pattern that happened. If you're not, you're working through it and you're going to find the pattern. And more than likely, if this person doesn't appear or this situation doesn't reappear, there will be another one that comes forward where you'll have to listen to your intuition. And if it's not the same person, it'll be a similar situation. And, I've had this within my own life, so I know I've experienced this. So, and what happens is when you start leaning more into your gut, into how you feel, into what you really want, because that's what's really connected to your soul desire. When you lean into the no, of letting someone who you've had a big foundation with in some way, and you've had a tower crumble and it's crumbled, it's gone, the foundation was blown up and there's nothing left. It's like a tornado went in that was over a level 5 and just blew up the foundation. There's nothing left. So all that's left there is the ghost of the past. All right. So person, place, or thing, house, whatever symbol you want to attach to it. So there's nothing there. And in order for there to be something there, you have to change, and also that person has to change. And that's just a very rare thing. Okay, so I'm just telling you what Spirit's telling me, that we need to be careful about allowing people back in or situations back in. You need to be on guard of yourself, your energy. You need to be protective of your energy. You need to protect that vulnerable part of yourself from people who don't have good intentions. And I don't feel like people returning generally have good intentions unless you feel it within your gut and you know it to be so. And that's why it's a lesson in listening to your gut kind of thing. And then we have the Chariot. And this is a special Chariot. This is a really nice car. You've got a driver here. Like, there are so many better things for you, honey, than returning to an old pattern, returning to old old ways of being. I'm not going to tell you this isn't hard, especially if this is a relationship that you're trying, you were working on, and maybe you got to the point where you're just like, I don't know if I can work on this anymore. Like, it's taking too much of me. That people pleaser program is ending for a lot of people. A lot of people in this world are finding out that spending your life fulfilling other people's expectations, spending your life making other people happy will bring you nothing fulfilling. Because in the end, those people, places, and things will move on, and you'll be left without that, that little shot we get when we please others. We are left with ourselves, and we have to learn how to do things to heal ourselves and please ourselves. That will give you true motion in your life. Okay, so it's really important. All right, let's find out a little bit about this returning energy. I'm going to pull out the archetype oracle so we can talk more about that energy. And, this is going to come up for people because you're getting stronger. You're becoming more aware. And because of that, Spirit, your guides can bring in, this is like next level awakening energy where you become aware of the people in your life. When we first wake up, we become aware of our experience, of like our reality, our internal reality, the reality in our immediate like things and situations. But we don't get a deep reality about the people until we move through some of that density. Okay. We have Avenger. We're going to read the shadow attribute. Resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Okay. If you didn't understand that. Resorting to violence in the name of a cause. I feel like this is someone who has, well, look. What I'm hearing here is like emotional, I want to use the word violence, emotional violence, like mental violence, like the kind of pain and suffering inflicted by another person by neglect, by manipulation, by lying, by stealing, by plotting. Some of you guys were plotted on and completely messed over by someone, or maybe a couple of people. It doesn't have to be just one. It could be at work. It could, family. I'm picking up a lot of different things here. So this is someone who, when the tower fell, you had to run out of the way. Okay, because it's like the tower's falling. And, it was like a tornado. Like I said, tornadoes are violent. They are very destructive. And I feel like that's what we're talking about here. Something's usually triggered by someone, right? That had no good intentions at the time. And they took you to a place where you couldn't see your way out. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. It was dark. You may even entered a dark night of the soul. But you retrieved light from the situation. See the light in her hand? You gained the wisdom from what happened. If you haven't, you are in that process right now. My table keeps slipping. Okay, let's get some more energy here. Let's see. We have engineer. Reliance on reliance on mechanical solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Yes. Something was done to you. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe this was family that cut you off, or you have broken up with someone. But this is something that seemed heartless. You felt like you were dealing with someone who had no empathy for you at all. And I feel like you gave. This may be a situation where you people please this person, okay? And sometimes this has to happen in our lives. The universe is like, the only way we're going to get you out of this codependency, the only way that you're going to be able to see your destiny that you want so badly is to remove this energy. And because it's so close, because it's so... what's the word I'm looking for? Because there was a lack of boundaries, perhaps, and this energy was so close to you and so deeply embedded, it took something massive. It took like a tornado coming in and blowing your tower up for you to get away from this energy. It feels very manipulative. It feels very narcissistic and parasitic. So many of you guys have rid yourself of a parasite, be it a person, place, or thing, okay? And this is a reminder of the parasite that you let go, okay? Don't allow that energy to come back. Don't allow it to approach you. And you'll know if this is someone who, you want to maybe open up to, they may not be ready when they come back, okay? They may be coming back because they're trying to repeat the pattern. So you have to pay attention to your intuition and how you feel. You know, and some of you guys immediately will be no. Well, listen to it. Your immediate no, the immediately gut reaction to a person, place, or thing coming back is your true reaction. Okay, be it fear-based or not, because it means there's fear there. And if there's fear of them coming back or you returning, then you certainly shouldn't go back because you have other issues. You know, if a person causes fear, then they're not for you. Okay, simple. The language of the soul is our emotions, right? If you hear the name and you're like, maybe, well, then maybe consider it. And this is not a knee-jerk reaction. This is a time where instead of reacting, you reflect. You reflect deeply, okay? Because I feel a lot of pain here. I feel like this person put you through a lot. So you owe yourself the space to reflect. We have, okay, I can't pronounce that word. Shadow attribute. Pretension, too much deep knowledge. Pretension to deeper knowledge than you actually can possess. Okay, all right. So this person thought they knew all. This is a know-it-all, okay, in the shadow aspect. This is a know-it-all. This is someone who is very fake. And they feel like they basically put on a show for you, many of you. And it was very destructive. It's almost like they set you up. A lot of you guys were plotted on. Like there was some kind of plan that was put into motion, and they planned to blow up the tower. Okay, this is even more destructive. This is someone who like planted like explosives and blew your tower up. Okay, it was all planned, and a lot of them are feeling regret. They're feeling sorrow. They're feeling the loss of you because a lot of you have been working on letting this go. And now that you've let go, they're like, oh, the parasite's like hungry. Like they're still not feeding on you emotionally or mentally or spiritually. They are now starving. You starved them out, you know, and because no contact works that way. Also fights and things like that, or you've walked away from a job. And now you may feel their tentacles move towards you to get more of that energy. And you have to decide if the parasite is healed and is no longer a parasite, and you're at a place where you can do that. Or if the reaction is no and fear, you got more work to do, even if you don't let this person in your life. I'm not saying if you heal, let them back in your life. That is not what I'm saying. When you get healed and no longer fear it, then you can listen to your inner voice. You can listen to your intuition and you can follow it. And there won't be weird energy of feeling like you can't get out of it. There'll be energy of, I know that I need to keep the distance. I know that I need to not get back into that field. I know whatever this is for you, okay? All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.